Oh, hello everyone. Ito here and welcome back to another week of this Minecraft series. And I did it. I finally did it. Yes, I completed the whole project behind me. Well, this week I couldn't stream too much because I got visitors and it's kind of a close to the holidays and everything. So I got not so many sessions either, so I got more free time, but also kind of I'm busy with people coming to my house, so not so much time for recording pretty much, and also not so much time for streaming. But in the meantime, kind of when I'm free, I got a little bit more of time to play, so I managed to cram everything that I wanted to do over here, and it's done. It's totally and finally done. I can't believe it actually. I believe it was going to be even harder. And yeah, so as you can see even here, I took time to make some aesthetic design thingies, but that's not important. The important thing is the whole project is done. So let's go with the review of it, and hopefully it's going to be fancy enough to your taste. Okay. This is like the fourth time that I'm recording this. I'm just super excited, so I keep messing stuff up. Hopefully this is going to be the final one. But that means that we are going to make a run test onto the whole system, and hopefully I'm going to be able to show you all the different type of controls. But first I need to start with, of course, what the whole system is, in case you don't remember. So this system, it's a role-playing system based on a custom device that is going to simulate the rolling of dice, which is this one here. It's called the barrel roll system because we are essentially using items on barrels for simulating the different amount of items that we are going to have over here. And we got two dice that we are going to roll, an arcane dice for the 1d10 and another one which is going to be another 1d10 which is called the god dice, and then we are going to compare both of them against a challenge die, which is a unique 1d16, which is something that you can have in the real world sadly, but we can have it on Minecraft over here. So this is how we are going to measure out the roll, and based on which of the two dice that we are going to roll, either the gods or the arcane is going to be higher than the other. It's either if we are going to have the lucky or unlucky rolls, and if our two dice, or at least one of them, is going to be higher than the challenge dice, we are going to have success or failure. So that's how we have the 5 different tier of rolls: lucky success, lucky failure, unlucky failure, and the unique one is the top part here, which is the super lucky critical one, which only happens when both of the 10-sided dice roll the exact same number. And in that case, it doesn't matter if you scored a win or a lose in terms of the success or not, you are always going to have the critical. So the double 10 is like I would say like the Monopoly roll, where you got the double dice roll, but since these are D10s, it's a way higher chance of having that, and that's kind of how we got everything in alignment. So, since this is a role-playing game system, we also have an stat system, which is measured out by our different attributes. So we got the builders, the explorer, the fighter, the redstoner, and finally we got the speedrunner or the vault hunter, whichever how you want to call it. I'm calling it the speedrunner for now. And lastly but not least, we got our power-up system, which is the coins ones. And coins is a value that we can have in between 0 coins and up to 10 coins. And whenever we use the coins, we can reform the result of our roll, and we can either increase it or lower the result. So for example, if I spend 1 coin right now, which we are going to do by pressing this button, you're going to see like over here is going to tell me to confirm that I will pay the price, and I press the button again, I will pay the price, essentially consuming 1 of the coins and increasing the roll now on the 5 one. So it executed. You can see now our roll result is this one over here, and of course our lamps are now down to 3. So this one is the first mode that we can use, which is use the coin. The second one is changing the modes, which are going to be these ones over here. So right now we are in what we call the lobby, so no information on this side. we are going to teleport to the challenge, which is the bottom one, which is this bar over here where we are going to try to light these lamps from 0 to 10. Each one of them is going to represent some type of progress inside of a challenge, and a challenge, you can picture this like some type of combat, some type of difficulty like jumping over a cliff or something like that, and we are going to have a variable which is the time. And really similar on how we do inside of a vault, the moment we run out of time, we are going to be forced into resolve the challenge, and the challenge is going to have a percentage chance of success based on the amount of lamps that we are going to light up. So in order for showing you properly that, we need to go into a new one, which is going to be the start a new challenge, and that's what we are going to do right now. So it's going to request me to confirm that we are going to start a new challenge, and the confirmation of the button is because sometimes with the controller it's depending on how hard or kind of soft you press the button here, so that way I can measure out that regardless if you do a hard press or a slow press, still everything is going to work. So you can see now we got the difficulty challenge, the time got reset in case it was used, and my difficulty is 0. So normally when you press the W and the S, which to me are kind of up and down, you are going to be using coins. But in this case we are going to be on a special mode, which is called the setup, and now we are going to be able to change the difficulty. So you are going to see like I press W again, and in this case it's going to ask me to confirm to increase the difficulty, which we are going to do, and that 0 is going to become a 1. Just like that. So since we are still in this type of setup phase, now it's telling me like I need to define the difficulty, and the moment that we got the difficulty that we want, the difficulty can be in between 1 and 5 by the way, and I'm happy with the 1 because it's going to be easier for testing stuff. I just need to press the jump key, which is my space one, to make a roll, and that is going to essentially run one step here. When we make the roll, we are going to roll the dice on this part. We are going to reduce the time based on the difficulty. Lower difficulties consume more time, meaning that you actually on lower difficulties want to make less rolls because every single roll is going to be a higher output. And at the same time, we are going to be able to light lamps in regards to that result. So let's make a roll right now, and you're going to see how the system is working. So let's do the barrel roll, that is confirmed. Even with the music. Time is going down, and we scored a lucky success. And by the way, when you score a lucky success, you also gain a free coin. So in this case, we consume 23 time for this roll. We score the higher type of success that we can have over here, and we light up 3 lamps. So I can make another roll if I wanted to. You know, it's going to ask me to confirm that. But in this case, we're going to do something different, and we are going to make a resolution roll. And a resolution roll, it's a one that is going to, instead of counting for our stat modifier plus the number of dice that we are going to roll and everything, essentially it's going to replace our roll for this amount. In this case, it's kind of a 1 in 3 chances. And if we score lower than this using one specific set of dice of the 10 side, that way we can measure the percentage of this, we are going to score the success. And in this case, of course, we got like 30% chance of scoring a success. It's pretty much going to be a fail. I'm fine with it because this is just for measuring, and everything else is going to be automated. So right now it's going to tell us to submit the bounty, which means we are going to resolve this one. Here comes the new roll, now with the big music, which also I'm expecting to fail because again it's 30%, and that's exactly what happens. So yeah, sadly, no luck because it was 30% chance. We got a lucky failure still, so it's not so bad, and we resolved everything from the challenge. As you can see, the challenge went totally off, and now we light up the difficulty for the quest. And this is the cool part and why I have these 2 lines of lamps. Because when we got, in this case, different type of challenges, and we got that in different type of quests, every challenge, you can picture like every challenge it's inside of a quest. When you resolve a challenge successfully, you actually can light up lamps inside of the quest without consuming time. Because you need to picture like quest is like a long set of stuff that you are going to do over time, like a big journey or something, and every challenge is how you prepare for the journey, what enemies try to clash or stop your journey, what other type of challenges, maybe you got robbed of money, maybe you need to restart or re-gear or find new companions or stuff like this. And essentially, all of them are going to be different type of challenge that are going to be unique with unique rewards. And the rewards is, if you complete them successfully, you advance more progress toward your quest. So let's say your quest is kind of a flying out, escaping from the god, boarding this ship, and reaching this piece of land. So the challenges are going to be how I gear there, and the results are going to be how I am here. Maybe I'm safe, maybe I'm not. Actually, this is what we are going to roleplay today. On a stream for sure, but let's not jump too far away from this. So far, that means the system is engaged, and we can do the same right now. So I'm just going to press to another role, because right now we are inside of a quest, and I just want to show you that everything is working pretty much. So it's going to require, oops, I pressed another button by mistake. I'm sorry. So I don't want to teleport to the lobby, I want to do a barrel roll. So I confirmed. I'm going to create a new one, and you can see now we are consuming the time over here, and we scored a lucky success. So you can see like we light the one piece of lamp over there, we gain also 1 coin because that was super lucky. But let's say like for some reason we finish the quest or whatever, and we are going to start a new one. In this case, we are going to require to be jump into the lobby, which is again the mode over here where nothing happened, and instead of resolving the role we press the same button, but in this case it's not going to resolve anything, it's just going to ask us to begin a new quest. And we are going to go in a pretty much similar setup mode that we did for the challenge, but in this case on the quest. So we need to define the difficulty. We are going to see, yep, the information panel over there. So we are also going to do a difficulty 1, just because it's going to be way easier in this case. You are going to see like we confirm the increased difficulty, we execute it, and now we are going to see a 1 over there. And then we can just make a new roll. And you are going to see like we are going to jump over there immediately. And you can see now we are into the quest mode, the time is kind of engaged. But the cool thing about the setup by itself is actually it's going to give us some type of free roll whenever you start a quest. And this is intentional, it's the difference with the challenge. Whenever you start the quest in this case, you are going to be the chance to get 1 free roll, which is essentially telling you like, okay, how good you prepare and how you are going to start. If you start in a battle, in this case for example with an unlucky failure, that means essentially we don't have any lamps right now, but the system is predicting like if we spend coins, we are going to go up into 1 lamp. So let's say actually we don't like this preparation, so we want to invest more. We are going to pay the price for this, and we can interpret this in the game like we are actually using more money or our resources, our allies, to provide, let's say, like more gear inside of this ship or wherever. So I paid the price already. You can see like right now we are in the next possible result. So instead of being an unlucky failure, now we got a lucky one, but we're still got chances to pay more price. So as long as I got coins, I can still keep doing this, and I will be doing that all the way to the top just to show you that everything is working. So I keep paying the price. Now we go 1 coin down, we go onto the yellow one, which is the unlucky success now. And as you can see, the system, since it's difficulty 1, is still telling me like, hey, you can still pay more price if you want to have more progress. And in this case, I want to. So I'm going to confirm the button again. Coins down to 2. Now we reach the maximum amounts on difficulty 1 that we can increase. And by the way, this is not like everything for all the different levels. This is actually something that it's based on different type of difficulties. So the whole array of difficulty checkers and all the redstone spaghetti was, I would say, like 1/3 of the whole blimp is just for this. So 1/3 of this whole part is pretty much just based on difficulty. And you can see now this is the final result of our quest and how we are starting the quest. So we paid 3 times the usual amount of coins because we were super unlucky, but we spent all of our riches for actually getting a really good start in our quest. We scored 3 lamps, and of course we are still got the 100% of our time, and now we can keep role playing. So in a nutshell, this is the whole system, and of course I'm not telling you about the story that we are going to play, even if I hinted a little bit. But yeah, this week I believe it's going to be mainly focused into just chilling and role-playing a little bit more, delve deep into the story, which is going to tell us how actually we reach here. But that was not everything, of course, because this is the end of the year, and that means we need to do stuff. So, on the end of the year, I usually do some stuff like finishing works or establishing new projects and kind of assessing my own goals and stuff like this. And I should say I'm really satisfied with this world. I think we achieved everything that we wanted into this world, but we still can also push ourselves a little bit more and do some kind of a cleaning, polishing, and fixing the stuff. So, what I did in the meantime, especially because I couldn't stream so much, mainly because, you know, end of the year, visitors and stuff like this, I got assigned the horse display that we are going to have over here. But I haven't finished that yet because I want to redo the music system. And since we were testing music disc for like the role-playing stuff, I think I'm going to redo this whole array because, to be honest, I wasn't too happy with this one, and I think we can do something better. So this is exactly what we are going to do in the meantime. This is not totally done. I'm not so sure how I'm going to make it look betterly, but that's going to be the idea. Like when you got it's going to be one of these two. So when you got items to processing, you're going to put one disk, and when everything is finished, but before you collect everything, it's going to be the second one, or something like that. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but that was the original concept. Probably I'm going to do something similar. And after finishing the display with the sound there, we are going to make the horse display. But the thing that actually I really did, not just planning ahead, is on this part. So now I remade how we are going to process the loot from the spawners, and I also added these ones because when I spawn small things like fish or something stuff like this, they kind of pretty much get ejected over here. So hopefully now if I do this, I'm going to manage to cram the fish and then hold them, all of them, on top of the trapdoors, and probably can slay them over there. But yeah, I got the mob, I mean the X over here, and also I just kind of redo this part. So yeah, it's essentially the same system, so I can put the collection part on and off, and then the spawning ones, and then of course on the bottom side here all the items are going to be getting onto this line. It's going to be grabbed by the mechanical arm, it's going to be sent onto this funnel, so all the items right now are inside of the vault, and then when I need one, I'm just going to select the item over here, flick the lever, and just drop the items over here. So for the item selection, I just got the passive drops and the wholesale drops, and this is kind of pretty much everything, surprisingly. So I don't care about the heads or stuff like this, or even the gear. Oopsie. So I'm just going to not collect this. So yeah, this is how it's working right now, and I don't know exactly why my computer is like super laggy, but yeah, it is what it is. Maybe it's because my computer also wants to go into vacation because it's the end of the year, you know. So yeah, this is the other thing that we made. I just added the clock there because sure, why not? And this is kind of the small coasty part that we got here with the vault as a ceiling. So this is my new storage system for the mob farms and everything. So I think it's kind of cool. I like how it's some type open, not totally closed. But yeah, I think it looks really nice, especially with that touch over there. But this is like the other big upgrade on the base. So far, I would say super good, so I just need to do one more update before finishing this. And just as a final touch, over here I got kind of a little bit of new gear, as you can see over here. I got a new helmet over there, and also, I don't know if I showed you this, but my monkey pack now, it's totally sorted out, so that's a huge improvement. But the cool thing about this is actually made a change on the access inside of the vault. Sadly, I got no more diamonds to craft another one to show you. But yeah, what I did, because I kind of want to balance everything, I made the access a little bit more powerful. So now, in the past, actually the access didn't have a based attack range increase. So what I did is I increased it, or I added as an implicit now the extra attack range. So it can be like pretty much like 1 block or 1.5 blocks. It's not too much, but trust me, it's good. And of course, the other thing that I added for the access now got have increased lucky hit chance. So if you are going with a lucky hit build, which is kind of what I want to do with my new gear, I don't know if I can show you that, but yeah, you are going to see here, like on my focus, I got 9% of lucky hit chance. Essentially, I want to change my sword for something that is going to have extra probably lucky hit chance over there too. So if you're interested into that, now the access got lucky hit chance, increased damage. I increased also the damage from the modifier, so actually now the access are going to hit stronger and they are going to hit farther away because they got and slower attack speed. So hopefully that's going to make the DPS on both of them similar, and that's going to be more of a decision on a playstyle more than just which one is kind of a more OP, which currently is actually the sword. Because I don't want to nerf the sword. I think it's going to be super bad if actually from the sword you remove the chaining attack, but as you can see, chaining attack is a max on 4, while on the access, actually, on the access, the base stat is up to 5, so you got more chaining attacks in the access in itself. And of course, you can see now this one got the most powerful legendary chaining attack, which in the base values it's 7, but as you can see it says legendary 8 out of 8 because now I modify that, and actually the access are the only one that can go up to 8, and I consider even going up to 9, but I need to test. So hopefully that's going to make the access a little bit more valuable. And yeah, as you can see, cleaning stuff, polishing things, I have having a lot of fun inside of the vault. You can say I'm already level 61, but all of that is going to be more fun inside of a stream. So if you are free, feel free to drop by on my Twitch because we are going to be doing vaults, and also for sure this week we are going to be role playing. That's right, I also got some of my kind of old books here, and yeah. So maybe we are going to use some of these, like the inventory, the allies, or the health. But since we're playing with no modifiers, probably I'm just going to have them like a memento or something like that. I don't know yet. But this is going to be for me right now. So again, feel free to drop by there on my Twitch, and we will see you on the stream. So bye bye!